a standard registered user can do this. One other thing as well is we've switched the design recently. People who have used the website previously will notice that the design has completely changed, and there's a very good reason for that. This design is mobile compliant. The other design was, but not really how we envisaged it working. So,
right. So this will work better on the mobile phones.
It does. It switches
on the mobile tablets and.
I've tested it personally on my Android phone and an Android device. The Android phone automatically switches to mobile, which is great, but I prefer to use the desktop version, so I just click a button and it switches to desktop version. Okay. So we're in the professional profiles area here. Because I'm a registered user, I can just click this button here and add a new item to the category, but we're going to cover that later, actually, how to write an article. What I'm going to do here is open up an article that I've previously created and just walk through the steps. If you were to create an article, you very simply put in a title there. You don't worry about the title alias because that's the actual part of the URL.
Let me stop you there just a second.
Yeah, sure.
If you do not already have an item, I missed how you got to that page. So you just
no problem. I'll skip back.
Yeah. Show us exactly how you got to that page. And so first off, you have to register for a free account before you can get this far, right?
Yeah. Let me log out completely.
Okay.
And jump in that way. You'll see up in the top right-hand corner here it says log out. In a moment it'll say register account.
Okay.
So you simply register an account and the system sends you an email just to make sure that you're a human person and says...
They can also register with their Facebook page too, right?
Yep. There's a Facebook Connect option which will ask you to authenticate the website, and that will pop up in a moment.
Okay.
There we go. And now I use that for my main account. In fact, I use Facebook for a lot of things. And the main reason why, I'm not too concerned about what data the website wants, because it always tells you we want the email address and the name. Well, of course they need your email address to communicate with you. Right. And they need the name, for the profile. But now that I've authenticated using Facebook, it's one click and I'm straight in, which is really sweet. It makes life so much easier.
Right.
I mean, you can imagine I work with websites all day, every day. So anything that makes things a little easier, I love.
Yeah, I'm all for that too.
Yeah. And now that I'm logged in, because I've registered an account, I have an option here to add a new item to this category. And that's how we actually create the professional profile. We just click add a new item. And what it does, I'll just scroll down to my profile. You got to
that page through the blog though, right? The blog.
Yeah.
Professional profile.
At the top here?
Yep. Okay.
Professional profiles, yeah.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is, instead of creating an article, because it takes time, I have to write the article up. One recommendation I would make is that if you do create a profile, do not copy and paste from another website. Google will see that there's duplicate content on the web, and it will probably penalize us because we are the second generation of that content.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go in here and edit this item.
So if someone's information is on the internet, they could copy that and then paste it into like a notepad or text editor, and then go in and change the text up a little bit, move some words around, add a couple words, and then they could copy and paste that in, and that would work, right?
Yeah. If we look at this from a content point of view, because Google loves good content, if the content is unique, if the content is engaging, if it is interesting, then Google will see that, and Google will notice that the content is original. There is no other copy of that content anywhere on the web, and it will clearly, provide that user that content with more authority than duplicate content. If it sees duplicate content, typically there's a good chance that Google will decide not to list the content in the search results. And it can also cause a problem for our website as a whole, because if there is a lot of duplicate content, Google may decide to delist the entire website, although that's extremely unlikely. All I've done here when I've created my profile is put my name in there, my company name at the end.
Okay.
I haven't bothered with the title alias because that's done automatically, and I can post into the blog. So if, for example, I'm a member of the Skills Exchange Network and I want to write a blog article about a particular product or service but not promote it as a professional profile, just talk about content marketing, for example, webinars or whatever it is that I do for a living, I can put it into the blog. This one has gone into the professional profiles area. You'll see here as well that there are tags, and these are quite important because not only are they searchable, but later we will have a dynamic menu on the site that lists the most popular tags, so that if we have a number of projects that are live in the discussions boards, which we're going to discuss next in the next webinar, people can actually go and find a web designer or a graphic designer, a marketer, or anything they choose just by looking through the professional profiles. We want this to become a one-stop shopping effect, so that if somebody is looking for a particular product or service, we're saving them time, we're saving them hassle, and they only have to post the project in one place. They don't need to go anywhere else.
Nice. So what other categories are available there other than the professional profiles?
We have blog and professional profiles right now. If somebody was to say they needed a particular dedicated area, then we could provide that for them. That's not a problem. But we would require that they keep content regular in there, that they give us at least 4 or 5 articles for the area, and that they revisit once a week, twice a month, something like that, and create new content.
Okay. So that sounds like a good reason for someone to get their bio updated then. And that way they know
definitely.
Sure they have good content going in.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. Underneath here we have the main content area, and you can format that using the toolbar at the top. It's a standard blogging format toolbar. You can put your own text in there, a little about me, my services and my aspirations. But the cool things come along the top here. You can add an image. You can change that image at any time you want. And you'll see here there's a media tab. Now I've got a demonstration video in there. So if you have a video for your business, for your product or service, you can put that in there, and it actually displays in the web page when people are viewing it. It doesn't auto-play, of course, but they can view it and they can play it if they choose to. So if you have a promotional video, it's so easy to just add that in there, and we would recommend it.
So all you need to do is just get the video ID out of your YouTube link and then paste it right in there, it looks like.
Yeah, simple as that. And over here we have extra fields. This is where the Google authorship is. So if you have a G+ account, you simply put your name, as you'll see here, a link to your G+ account.
Very nice.
Yep. And one added little tool, the metadata information, which I really need to update it considering it's my profile. But we actually give so much control right down to the metadata information, which maybe not many people know what this is, but the content that you see on a web page is the content everybody else sees. But the metadata information is the content that search engines see. Now, for example, in the keywords, if I was a graphic designer, I would put graphic design. In the description, I'd write probably a little bit that's similar to the first paragraph of the content, if not just copy and paste the content from the first paragraph, but not too much information, maybe 15, 20 words. But the point here is that I'm trying to make that users get a lot of control over how the document is formatted and the information that's presented to the search engines. Once the article is written and then it's saved, it doesn't publish automatically, and there's a reason for that. We want to make sure that the content that goes up onto the Skills Exchange is valuable content, that Google sees this as valuable content. And we had experience when we were trialing this system that people would abuse it by putting lots of links into content to their website or external websites. Well, clearly that's going to cause a problem. So what we do is hold the article for 24 to 48 hours while it's reviewed. Once it's reviewed, it's live. And the second it's live, you can then go in and edit it, change the image if you like, and add and change the content if you like.
Okay. Nice. I need to go in and do that on mine.
Mm-hmm.
We set mine up on the when we had the old interface, and I still need to go do that.
No problem. Well,
now I have this video to show me where to get back in and find that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can. Is it the next webinar we're covering that, or the one after?
Make sure that everybody that's watching knows, whether you're watching live or what you're watching the replay, that we are going to be doing several training videos over the next couple days. We'll go ahead and create an event for them, just like we did for this one, and we invite you to join in. We're always going to offer you some sort of special each time, so stay tuned. And do you have any closing words to say, Michael?
Not personally. I think I've said all I need to say about the skills exchange. But what I will say is we have an active community on Google+. Any questions anybody has, you're more than welcome to ask them there, or even contact me directly. Not an issue.
Yes, and join in, I've posted a couple things on the message boards. They're just getting started over there, so come and join us, get your free account, and get your professional profile set up.
Thanks a lot, Vicky.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, everyone, for watching.